Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, Classics/Non-Classics. This is episode number 916 and Doubleshot number 810. I have one Marvel trade and one Dynamite trade. You'll find what Dynamite trade is soon. First up it is Deadpool Assassin, collecting the 6-issue limited series by Colin Bunn and Mark Bagley. Yes, this is probably by far the first time that Mark Bagley has drawn a Deadpool series. Not the first time he's drawn a Deadpool. Yeah, this guy is also responsible for the creation of the Ultra version Deadpool, which Colin Bunn had killed off in the pages of... I think he did come back for that one. Actually, I don't think he did. No, I don't think he did. Yeah, the whole thing with this is that Deadpool was just hired by the Assassin's Guild to go after people. Of course, he's running people. He also runs to a character from the X-Men series. Dorothy, I think her name is. Yeah, she was, from what I remember from the issues I've read, she was X-Men's love interest in the series. And it's something that she pops up here. And, you see, the one thing this book fails to mention is that the Assassin's Guild, of course, is led by Belladonna, which they do list off in here. But there's one thing to forget to mention. She's Gambit's ex-wife. Yep, Gambit was married to this woman. For a very brief period of time, they never consummated the marriage because, well, he had to leave town because he killed his brother-in-law. That's mainly the reason short of it. Yeah, and this book also feels like it's a follow-up to X-Force Sex and Violence, with seeing characters like Razorfish and Bushwhacker. Now, Bushwhacker, prior to this, had been dead for some period of time thanks to his throat being slit by Wolverine. Razorfist also died in that miniseries as well. As for how in the world they came back, no idea. Because this book doesn't bother to explain that. It just, oh yeah, Deadpool's going to the Assassin's Guild, takes a good number of them, goes home. He also runs into Weasel. Yes, longtime Deadpool supporting character Weasel, who dies in this series, surprisingly. Yeah, I'm a little surprised that Colin Bunn brought back this character. This character probably not been seen, because I have read a good chunk of Deadpool comics, but I think it's from like Deadpool volume, like the first Deadpool ongoing series in the 90s. And this character has not appeared since then. I mean, his most memorable thing was when Deadpool stabbed him in the leg because he ate the last Cheeto. Yep, that's basically what he is. And of course, people know the character Weasel thanks to his appearance in the Deadpool movies. I remember he plays the guy, but he plays a good version of him. And Weasel dies in here. Yes, Weasel dies. I'm not sure why Colin Bunn can have a character created by... Actually, Rob Liefeld did not create Weasel. Nothing I can think of, no. But this, just pure fun. This is probably by far the first miniseries that Colin Bunn has done for Deadpool. Not since Return to Living Deadpool. He's actually, his last one he did prior to this was Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe again. Yeah, the thing about Colin Bunn is he's written about 50% of the known Deadpool miniseries in the last 15 years. This is one of them, and it's really good. I'm going to give this book a 9.5 out of 10. Really good. Parental advisory. Okay. Next up it is the second time I reviewed this particular series on this channel. This is Red Sonja, Volume 1, The Queen of Plagues. Why the second time? Because the only book I've reviewed, the only book prior to this I have reviewed of Red Sonja is her team up with Spider-Man. Yep. This, of course, is her ongoing title from Dynamite. Written by Gail Simone. Artwork by Walter Giovanni. Yeah, the whole thing with this particular book was that it was relaunched in, I think it was 2000. Well, the book was originally started in 2005. Yeah, this book was relaunched in 2014. Yeah, the first volume for Red Sonja by Dynamite lasted 80 issues. I've read the first 10. Apparently in that title, the original Red Sonja died and got replaced with a different character. I haven't read the whole thing, but I heard that wasn't very popular with people, and apparently also that the book wasn't selling too well, so why not restart the title and just ignore some of the stuff that happened in the previous book? Enter Gail Simone, which the way the introduction here, she apparently was a big fan of fantasy stuff, and she never done fantasy before, and of course now she's Red Sonja. Prior to this, she had been known to do books like, she actually did Deadpool in the late 90s, so matter of fact, she was the last writer for it. She's over in books like Birds of Prey, Secret Six. She created Secret Six. People know her for that. Not known for stuff outside of DC or Marvel. This was by far, I could think of, her first venture into a independent company that's not associated with Marvel or DC, and she's written a good character. Red Sonja, which not a bad idea, especially since she is a well-known character among comic fans. Those of you who don't know who created this character, it was Roy Thomas. I mean, some think, okay, she's a character who's loosely based upon a recurring character from the Conan books, but the way she's presented is that she's a completely different character. Even though she's based on that character, that's not the same character at all. And Roy Thomas is the one who created this character when she first showed up back in Conan the Barbarian number 25 back in the early 70s. Yeah, and this character has been popping up like on and off again over the course of from the 70s up until the 90s. And after Marvel lost the license to Conan, they, of course, the license went over to Dynamite. Dynamite got the license in 2005 and published since then. Currently, the book is written by, I think it's Amy Chu, who just relaunched the book for some reason. Yeah, I don't know why, but she did. Yeah, this is the start of Gail Simone's 18-issue run. And this is the first of 2 Red Sonja trains I'm reviewing, no one coming next episode. This one involves her basically like counting sort of like a rival Red Sonja, where she apparently, the king she was working for gets killed by this person. Also, Red Sonja has the first time I've ever seen it done in a comic book. Red Sonja gets kissed by a woman in this storyline. Yep. And she puts the whole city under quarantine because of plague. And it's pointed out by somebody else who actually had to skip town. Yeah, there's no plague. You've basically been doing this stuff ever since you killed the king and kicked out our savior. Yep. Of course, she also, Red Sonja herself, had... Now, here's kind of the thing of Red Sonja. In the beginning, she's wearing her iconic bikini armor that she's now wearing. And then, like, 2 issues into the story, she actually stops wearing it and wears a completely different outfit. She kind of wears this for majority of this run. Yeah. Her outfit is simply, let me show a good look of it. It's, this right here. Yeah, this is her outfit, and she wears this for pretty much the rest of the run. Yeah. And also, let me show up something that I actually did mention here. Now, the covers, she does wear her bikini armor, but after issue 2, she stops wearing it. Yeah. And this is what I mean. Kissed by a woman. Yep. First and only time I can think of that Red Sonja's been kissed by a woman. Probably her first kiss because the way Gail Simone writes Red Sonja, she's horny. Yeah, that's why she writes her. And of course, at the end, she does take back the kingdom. The woman who actually kicked her out actually sort of protects her at the very end, sacrifices herself, and then she goes off wandering after that. Good storyline that started off this run. I'm going to give this book roughly a 9.5 out of 10. Really good. Yeah. Plus, this book not only gives like a little bit of backstory of what Gail Simone did with this book, we also have her script that she had for this particular set of issues. Now, she had many different artists help her doing variant covers. Now the specific watching it was the artist's book. We also had covers done by these fine people that are variant covers. Jenny Farson, Nicola Scott, basically. Yeah, this is the artist who was one of the recent artists for Wonder Woman. She was in Earth 2 and the Manchester Teen Titans Secret 6. She worked with Gail Simone. Amanda Connor, Fiona Staples, a noteworthy artist for Archie. And, of course, she does Saga with Brian K. Vaughan. Pia Guerrera, Ming Doyle, and lots of others. Like, tons of others. Do see a ton. There's also done by Stephanie Bushma, Becky Cohen. Yeah, here's cover of issue. This is a variant cover for issue 5 done by Becky Cohen. Yeah, really good set of covers. Yeah, it's based on the Hurricane Ron Howard, but this version is, yeah, it's been credited for Roy Thomas. Of course, Marvel does do that, and I don't know why that they say based on my character created by Ron Howard, even though that what we know about the character, that comes from Roy Thomas, not Robert Howard. Yeah, it's a bit weird, but that's anime for you. Of course, he's a public domain character, so though Roy Thomas, the host, does hold some legal rights to the character, probably not much, but he does hold some legal rights to this character. We give this book roughly a 9.5 out of 10. Really good. Okay, so that's it for this particular review. Stay tuned for my review. My next 2 reviews I'm going to do are going to be for Boruto and another comic corner. Okay, but to see you next review. Bye.